Yo, yo. Alright, hopefully this is working now. Let's go ahead and open up this if we can. And also the chat. The chat. We want the chat up in here. Can we do that through here? Yeah, we should be able to. If I minus that. Drag her over. And then open up the chat. Here we go. Sign in. Hold up. Alright. Hold up. Alright, cool. I can see your chats. I can see everything going on perfectly. Alright, cool. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great freaking day. Today, we're going to go over the crypto markets and judge the overall sentiment. Try to predict where certain coins are going to go. If you guys have been following for a while, then you will know that I am an avid fan of Dogelon, even though we haven't seen the best success with it recently. I have been watching this thing closely, and it is hitting lows again. So that's great. Absolutely great. Although there's money to be made in the crypto markets, I've been trading options myself. And last month I did a 6x, so I was pretty proud of myself for that. You know, I can't say that's guaranteed or anything, a 6x, but if you're using well-known strategies and watching the markets, waiting for the right opportunities, then you know you could expect a 2 or 3x if those opportunities present themselves. What's going on, Don? Hope your day's going good, my brother. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I'll tell you what, crypto, a lot has changed in the past year. We've had, you know, everything going on with the politics, and then we have, you know, war on the horizon. You have crypto pretty much breaking all-time highs again for a little bit, and then, you know, it's back down here to where it is. So, I mean, for all of you OG subscribers, you guys have been following this channel and Dogelon Mars since Bitcoin was down into these, you know, these 16K levels. And at this time, you know, all you could really do is buy and hold. But now that we're coming into potentially another bull run, you know, it's kind of weird timing because of everything that's going on in the world right now. But you never know. If crypto is what they say it is, then uncertainty should be good for the crypto blockchain markets because it's anonymous, instant, is unhackable, untraceable, you know, everything they say. Even if all of those things aren't true, you know, that's the appeal of crypto. So we're gonna have to take a step back and look, but let me know if you guys are holding any bags. I wanna, and what coins are they? I would love to give it a look. Because me personally, I've been trading options, day/swing trading options, and caught the big move on Tesla last month, which was pretty nice. I believe, yeah, I definitely posted that. I don't think it was the last video. It might have been the last video, but I know it was the video before that one. When Tesla was sub $200. It was just a really, really simple strategy to break out and have a little short squeeze, and that's exactly what we did all the way to those 270s. So that was a good little gain in the options market there. I don't normally like to hold my options for too long, just right. So yeah, guys, bear with me. I mean, I haven't been live in forever. I would love your comments and stuff in the chat. It would make my day. But at this point, I think I'm just talking to myself on stream. So let's get into it. A lot of stuff is happening. Uncertainty everywhere. Food prices through the roof. Political, not war, but political uncertainty on the horizon. Honestly surprised crypto hasn't dipped even more than it is right now, which is a good thing, I guess. We've seen trillions of dollars, billions and trillions of dollars pour into the crypto markets in the past couple months. And, the Ethereum ETF opening up, everything like that. What's up, Payne? How you doing? Ethereum ETF opening up, about a year and a half behind the Bitcoin ETF. So it's good to see. I do want to go through and just look at these top coins right now, because they haven't changed much in the past 2 years. We've seen a couple meme coins come up here and go back down. Hey, Payne, if you want me to do a technical analysis on the coin, give you a little prediction, drop the coin and drop the time frame you want me to do the technical analysis in. If you want it 1 month out, let me know. If you want it a week out, let me know, like day trading or swing trading or long-term hodling, whatever. But my recommendation would be a year out. XRP is good. I'm holding some of that in my MetaMask wallet. I heard something on the news that their lawsuit is, getting taken away after freaking 2 years, but they have to pay like a huge fine. I saw it was 125 million. I don't know if that's factual, but that's what's going on with XRP right now. It's probably why it's made a little comeback. Let's go ahead and look at this chart. Payne South 252. Let's get it. Yeah, I see this. This is just a spike based on the recent news, and it all happened today. So that's pretty cool, man. How much did it? 20% in a day? Like, come on, dude. These are moving like stocks. That's insane. This should be like 200%, bro. There's just not money flowing right now. Everyone's so scared of this recession and the war, and just everything is going crazy. Pretty stagnant right now. I would expect the markets to at least, they might have a little rebound. I'm talking about stock market, crypto market. They all pretty much move similar based on the sentiment and how deep and ready people are willing to spend their money, including institutions and retail investors. But I would expect maybe a little pump, but some more blood to be had before, at least until we see who's going to be president of the United States for the next 4 years. That's just my assumption. That would clear up a whole lot of uncertainties. And of course there's the war and everything, but I mean, war can be bad, but war can be very good if you're invested in certain things like what's it called, military stocks and radar detectors or whatever the heck. Just don't get scammed like on Wolf of Wall Street when they're Aerotine International. No, you don't want to invest in anything that's not like has over $500 million market cap, $100 million market cap if you're trying to get through this thing alive. Unless you're like, you actually know what you're doing, day trading and stuff, it can be very, very risky to invest into these small ones, especially with a good amount of money. Like, if you're just screwing around with a little bit of money, you can do whatever you want. Just test it out. You might learn something, but if you're screwing around and trying to make a lot of money, you definitely want to stick to like one or two. I prefer just one thing that you really, really know, and then just go all in on that, And for me right now, that's Tesla. But for a long time, it was Dogelon Mars. And Dogelon Mars made some good money. It also took some good money, too. I mean, all the people who are in this right here are just, they've been bleeding for the past year. And it sucks. It really sucks. But they're in hopes, along with me, that this thing will go ahead and break these previous all-time highs. I don't know what's up with this huge candle right here. There's probably a... Oh, wow. That must have been when it IPO'd on Coinbase. Pretty cool. Coin market cap Coinbase. But, yeah, I mean... So I'm going to go through what we need to see in order for it to break these all-time highs. What we're going to need to see, war aside, all that aside, we're going to need less uncertainty in the markets. We're going to need attention on this coin, and it's got to be the perfect time. It's got to be the perfect time, because Dogelon Mars has been around for a while, so it's kind of grandfathered in to be less of a risk, you know, than a new Solana coin that just came on the market, made by some 15-year-old in their basement. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a good thing that it has. But the bad thing that it has is that the overall crypto market, although growing, the meme coins aren't really popping off yet. I mean, we've seen a few here and there, but nothing is going crazy like it used to be. And that, I believe, is simply because of all the uncertainty going on right now. So, a lot of people thought that 2024, the end of 2024, is going to be the beginning of the next big crypto cycle. And that also, that narrative thesis could be the reason why we have pumped here. But if you go back and look at certain investors that, you know, Warren Buffett, for example, who said, if I could short all crypto, I would short it. You know, he said that, 3-4 years ago, probably. You know, maybe he's second guessing himself now. But unless we see real, it has to solve a big problem, and it does. But it's just not, it's not built for the average person yet. And until we see that, you know, it's going to be opportunities everywhere and also scams everywhere, you know. So there's going to be a lot of things, you know, Dogecoin, like, what could we possibly use? Maybe we can buy a Tesla in Dogecoin. Maybe we can buy a car in Dogecoin, if you know what I mean. Like, you can probably do that right now. But the average plumber, truck driver, they're not going to, I don't assume, are going to, like, who will pay with Dogecoin? You know what I mean? Like, it's not just that accessible. It's pretty darn accessible, but you can't just, it needs time. It needs time to be cemented in. Just like a new currency to not only a country, but to the entire world. So you stopped buying Elon, unfortunately, trying to catch gains in other meme coins. Are you holding any Elon, or are you just completely out looking for different opportunities in other coins? What in the world is this? Elon meme lord. I feel, wow, this is this is actually crazy. It's just like one of these moves you can double. This is almost, let's see, 60. Yeah, this is a 100% gain. But the probability of this, you finding the token that does 100% with, I don't even know how many tokens are out now, thousands, I don't know, maybe tens of thousands. Let's see here. It should say, no, it doesn't. The probability of finding that is just insane. I think we've all kind of gone our separate ways, and you're holding for the long run? Hell yeah. I sold some earlier this year, and I looked at the value of it. It was in the billions. Like, I was holding billions worth of Dogelon Mars. That's why my name's Crypto Billionaire. But I looked at the value of it, and it just, bro, it was insane. Like, it went down from where I bought it, but it was still insane how much I had invested into Dogelon Mars. But so the main thing about it is, you know, is Dogelon Mars going to be on the market for at least long enough for it to pump again, so you can either break even or make a little bit of a gain. But right now, until this I'm assuming you guys watch this, you guys invest, you guys have a good understanding of, the economic world, like how everything's feeling, what the vibe is going on in the markets and everything. And until you can feel the perfect conditions and see the perfect conditions for a reasonable spike in Dogelon Mars to break its all-time highs, then getting out with a break-even trade or even 100% gain or anything above a break-even could be good until you have more clarity. That's just, that's something I've learned trading options over time. But options is a lot. It's not just buy and hold. You're pretty much day trading, so in and out in a day, and swing trading. So in a day, I can quite easily make 30% with about $1 move on Tesla. So it's very nice because you can be in and out, not think about it, not worry about it, and then just wait for the next opportunity. You don't have to continue to look at the charts. You just, open it up. If you see a good play, you freaking get in there. Like, there's been so many times where I've been on the toilet or just doing something random, like driving around, and I look at the chart and I see a perfect setup, and then I take the trade, and it ends up making 30, 50, sometimes even 100% in an hour, and then I get out, take my gains, and look for the next opportunity. So that's the best thing I like about trading options. And sometimes you can see a stock moving higher, but you don't know the time frame in which it will be moving higher. And that's when I like to go out, zoom out a little bit. Is it going to take a month to get there? Is it going to take a 2 months, a week? And then whenever it starts to get okay, this is kind of overkill, that's normally when I buy my expiration dates, right? So if I think it's going to move $5 in this week, I'll probably buy it 2 weeks out just to be safe. And you're risking less too, because the delta and theta is much lower, which is really good, because by every day that goes by, your break even just moves in the opposite direction a teeny bit. So by buying 2 weeks out, you're moving that break even every day a teeny bit less than if you were to buy a week out. It would move more. So it's easier and more probable to make a profit if you're buying longer, into the future with options. So for example, right now I could buy a Tesla 200 call for 2 weeks out. It moves up. My goal could be to move up $5, right? It could do that in a day, and then I get out. I just take my profit. It's going to be 20-30%, and that compounds over time. One trade, 20-30%. You do that 4 times a month, and you pretty much doubled your account. So it's pretty damn crazy. And with compounding interest, you more tripled your account, because every time you're making 20% on the 20%, and sometimes 30%, whatever. But on the flip side, if it goes against you, then you have more time to wait it out. For example, if you wanted to move up $5 and it moves down $3, closes the day, you wait till the next day, it moves down another $2, so it's negative $5 in the opposite direction, probably down around 30-35%, and then you see it catch support. It's only been 2 days. You have a whole nother week and a half to wait for it to come back. So the problem, unless you're completely and utterly just wrong, the probability of you losing money is much lower than if you were to try to trade and predict the move of the price in a shorter time. Oh God, my back. Oh, M-O-G, baby. Mog. What's up, Payne? Are you in the Patreon, bruv? You'll get alerts. Options alerts, crypto alerts. Whenever the opportunities present itself, especially if you're trading stocks and stuff. That's what I'm focused on, but I have a couple other guys in there that mainly focus on crypto, so they're always active and stuff. And it's nice when they post little coins like Solana coins that just came on the market. Because I don't know if you know, but I'm really connected in the influencer world. So like creators and stuff. And the guys I know big creators. So they know about the coins before most people do, before the creators posted and stuff. But that's besides the point. I like focusing on options. I mean, 200-300% in a month, compounded over time, insane. It seems unrealistic, but it kind of as long as you have your strategies right and your time frames right and you're patient, it'll be okay. Like, you will make money 95% of the time in my experience. But the one times that you lose, you tend to lose a good amount, and that's why risk management is important. You never want to put in your whole account or even half of your account. You want to put in 30% of your account on each trade and just build it up over time. Because if you take 3 trades, you make 30% on each, and then you end up being completely wrong over 2 weeks and losing a trade. It's going to take a little bit of a hit, but it all kind of makes up for itself in the long run. I think the link is in the description. Yeah, if you press more under the thing, you can see the little Crypto Billionaire 69 link, and that's where you can join up. It's pretty cool. I want to know though, like, what do you want to see? What are you expecting? Are you just joining for the crypto alerts? Are you joining for the stock alerts? Are you joining for just a second opinion? Or we're always looking for ways to improve the community, whether that's adding more people to it, speakers, or people who are, if you're trading futures, just different markets, who are specialized in different markets. So we have crypto and we have options. But I know a bunch of people who trade futures. And I know one guy that is so knowledgeable. It's actually pretty cool. It's crazy. The way he trades and how he sets up the charts it's really cool. It's very data driven, and you kind of have to see it. He took me on a live call once and showed me. But he's cool. He lives out in Miami. His plans to start up a hedge fund, and he says he already has investors. So I'm super excited to see where he goes in life. But he has the right mindset, right head on his shoulders, and that's pretty much what the community we're building is. I don't like to invite people who are negative, unless it's a good negative. There is a difference between being negative and having like constructive criticism. So it's important to determine the difference and make sure certain people align with our values. But the Patreon is great. I love it. It keeps doing that. I guess I just can't scroll that. What the hell? Scroll down far enough. I want to look at Tesla. Price. Sure, why not? Tesla price. Okay. 2022 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive for $26,900. Who would buy that? Who would buy it? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. If you would buy it, just type something. What about the Cybertruck for $114,000? Did you guys see the durability? There's a durability test between a Ford F-150 and a Cybertruck on YouTube, and the Cybertruck won, but not in like the most trucky ways. It tried to tow a truck out of mud. The Cybertruck did, and the whole rear bumper just completely fell off. And you can slam the doors on this thing, and the whole inside of the door comes off. But on the flip side, you have bulletproof, semi-bulletproof, like anything above 45 ACP for 2 shots into the window, I'm pretty sure can just break the crap out of it. On these side windows, at least. Now, these front windows, I wouldn't be surprised if a 9mm could penetrate that, because that's a lot of surface area with a little bit of tension. That'd have to be some strong glass. But, yeah, I mean, the Ford F-150, of course, can't take a probably even a 22 would shatter the window, unless you have upgraded windows or something. But the Cybertruck can take that for sure. You know, of course, it's electric, and the other one's gas or diesel. But this is my baby right here. I'm pretty sure I got this one. This one exactly. It's either 2020 or 2021. They give us full self-driving. So this thing, you can just tap it twice and it will drive you to your destination. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to do nothing. You have to wiggle the wheel every, like, 2 minutes probably. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Definitely saved me. Okay, no, stock price. I need to look up the stock price. I've been meaning to do a little analysis on this. The only good charts are really on, I like using Webull. You guys use Webull at all? You guys use Robinhood? What do you use to buy and sell your stocks? I'm curious. Like, this is a horrible chart, but, we're going to have to make do. Fuck. This is horrible. What is it? Okay. Alright. 180. That's freaking insane, dog. It's crazy to see that. 180. It was just at 270. It's almost dropped $100 in the past 2 weeks. 2.5, 3 weeks, probably. Oh, man. I remember looking at this when it was under $100 before it split 10-1. This was like 5 years ago. I was too young to invest into it. I was telling everybody to invest into it. No one would listen. No one would listen, man. You know how it is. Didn't it? 263. Yep. Alright, so, this is what I see for Tesla. 6 months. This is the chart. I think it has a little bit to drop. It'll probably come down into these lower 180s. Then I think we would have a little bit of a spike back up. And then at that point you just got to reassess. But that's my thesis for the next week to 2 weeks. I would assume it would come back down to these lower 180s and spike back up a little bit, or catch some support along the way down. And then either it does that or it doesn't do that. If it continues to drop even lower than that, cool. If it completely reverses right here, I'm going to know that very quickly, and I can just cut my loss very quickly. So, if it starts to show any point of support here, where it either double, triple bottoms on a certain price, maybe even 185, then that's where I'd be like, okay, this is a lot more support than I was anticipating. My thesis, the probability of the success rate is going down. And then on that point in time, you just got to reassess and see if you either take your profits or cut your losses. But that's the thing about trading, is you have to be like water, like Bruce Lee says, and you always have to be adaptable to it. Like, you can have a general thesis, right? Let's say we want to go short here, but tomorrow it rips up to 193, completely unexpected. Now you can choose to hold it overnight, or you can choose to cut your losses. Me personally, I would probably hold it overnight and see what it does the next morning and after hours. Because if 193 is strong resistance, then we'll be able to see that the next day. And if it breaks through 193, then maybe I would cut my losses and look for a different opportunity. That's the worst case scenario. Now the best case scenario is it just tanks. You hit your profits and you get out. And you just take your money. It's real easy, real simple. It's either you're right or you're wrong. And over a long enough period of time in the market, you're gonna be right. It's pretty crazy. I don't think people teach that, but it's kind of for a reason, I believe. It's same thing with Dogelon Mars. All of you who are holding Dogelon Mars, now depending on where your break even is, if you're just gonna hold, there's a high probability that eventually you will be right if nothing unexpected happens. Like, who's going to rug pull this thing right now? I mean, the market cap is 69 million. There's I mean, that's still pretty damn high if you're a creator or whatever. But I would assume that those creators who are going to rug pull it have already done that. So, right now, it's just waiting for new and improved big money whales to step in and start pushing this thing higher. And these low prices are very, very attractive to those type of investors, especially to a coin. We've seen lower 30% on the charts. I mean, 30. We've seen lower 30 ranking, like 39, 40 for Dogelon Mars at one time, right? And it's still going strong, which is it's good to see. I think money will start to rotate out of all of these shit coins that are here one day and gone the next, and into other shit coins that have been here for a long time and have been proven to be successful in the past and haven't been rug pulled or taken off coin market cap. It's amazing that we haven't been taken off Coinbase or coin market cap yet. If you look at if you've been following any other shit coins, just ask yourself, have they been taken down like in the past 1-2 years? It's cool to see. I think over a long enough time period, you're gonna be right on this one. Now it depends on where your break even is, but it's just about holding, baby, holding. Like, look at Bitcoin. You've probably already done this, technique before, but just the all price. This was back when it, popped up, 2013. All the people were buying drugs with it online, things like that. The price was 800. No. It was way back here. It was in the cents when it started on the black market. It started as a drug trade, gun trade, bunch of shady shit trade, which makes me think like there's a lot of fucking evil people who are rich as hell off of having some Bitcoin that they just forgot about. Because drug dealers and all the arms dealers and traffickers, and they all got paid in Bitcoin back then. Which is pretty crazy to think that, this market can potentially be held up by people who used to be in those, they could still be in those type of businesses. But anyways, we saw a little spike here. Be honest with yourself. Let's say you got in at 30 cents and it doubled. It went to $1, right? You're like, all right, so my $1,000 just turned to 2,500. Would you withdraw that money right there? Would you do it? Like, now. Think about it right now. Like, if Dogelon Mars went up 150% right now, would you withdraw your money? Yeah. So that's the difference between a day trading investor and a buy and hold. Now, most of the time you're gonna get these type of things wrong, but when you get it right, it's gonna, you're gonna be fucking rich. You're gonna have all the money you could ever want, especially if you've been dollar cost averaging in. So, if you're investing in Dogelon Mars, you're investing into eventually you think the chart is going to look like this. You know what I mean? Now, meme coins go up and down. Bitcoin was a meme at one point. You really never know in this life. You just gotta cast your bets. Be willing to lose it, especially at this time, like in the shitcoin market. Use technical analysis and everything if you're day trading or whatever, but if you're trying to get rich, you gotta hold long term. That's the only way. If you're trying to make it a monthly income, like supplementary income, day trading is fine. That's what I do. But if you're trying to get rich, like long term generationally wealthy, then buy and hold is where it's at. I'm speaking, but I don't have it into practice yet. I have a little bit of XRP. I probably have some Dogelon Mars too, tucked away somewhere in a wallet. But yeah, I like to wait. I think for all of you people who are willing to put your money where your mouth is right now, in these lower prices, if this thing does spike, you can't be scared, man. You got in down here, and this spiked up to here. Are you for real gonna say, okay, this is enough for me? When if you just wait, You could be wrong, bro. You could be wrong and start out right where you started. Okay? Would that be so bad? No, probably not. But if you're right and you just are patient and hold this, like, you can get rich. And it's crazy. That's the only, patience is the only thing that 1% of people who became million, decamillion, billionaires off crypto had that everybody else didn't. They didn't fucking know that Bitcoin was gonna, they were trading drugs on the black market. They thought they were gonna get arrested. I would assume. I don't fucking know. I didn't do that, but you know what I mean? Like, the people who got rich off of this had it in a wallet that they probably forgot about, and they checked their phone one day when they saw Bitcoin on the news, and they're rich. So some would call that lucky, and then some can say that was patience. You know, I choose to say patience because patience I can control. I can't control luck, but I can control patience. Anyways, guys. Oh, hold up. What do y'all... I see you paying. What do y'all trade futures on? Laptop or phone? So, my buddy trade and my other buddy, they trade futures on their computer. So, either that's laptop if they're traveling or their desktop if they're at home in the office or whatever. But, of course, you can always... Nowadays, it's actually insane how accessible it is. You can always manage your trades from your phone. Like, if you see a setup in the morning and you take the setup, you can check your phone if you go to work or whatever. If you have to do some errands, you can keep up on the trade with your phone, adjust the stop losses and take profits and whatever. I love futures. However, one thing is clear, guys. You will never be successful if your focus is spread too thin. You have to focus on one thing. Like Payne, if you're trying to do this meme coin stuff, you invest in small meme coins, you got to surround yourself with people who are also doing that so you get the early heads up. You know what I mean? You have to pretty much focus. You can't focus on meme coins and futures and trading options all at the same time because it's going to get really, really, really confusing. And it's not sustainable. You're going to be burnt out. And it's just a whole heck of a lot simpler and more profitable if you focus on one form of making money in these markets. In my opinion, of course. You're holding for the long run. Yes, sir. But yeah, I like NinjaTrader for trading futures. I could probably get you a deal on signing up for NinjaTrader because I'm a member, so I could send you a link and they might give you a little discount for the first, I don't know, 14 days or maybe even a month. Once you join the Patreon, I'm going to DM you the link to that if you want to join up NinjaTraders. Scratch that, yeah. I'll just join and we'll talk more then. You can hear me that quick? Wow. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, futures is great. One thing I've also kind of messed around with is comparing the profits that you make between options and futures and, you know, different type of options, like options that expire same day, options that expire next month, 2 months from now. And one thing there's like it's only off by almost a standard deviation, like a little small percentage, the amount of money difference that it makes. For example, if you invest $1,000 in an options play and you invest $1,000 in a futures play, you're going to make a similar amount of money. It might change based on the different ticker and, you know, overall market structures. The options could be priced a little bit higher or lower at the time. But over the long run, it's very close, the amount of profits that you can make, I do believe. So that just gives me even more confidence to just stay focused on one thing. And for me, that's options. For other people, that could be meme coins and crypto. For some other people, it could be futures. So many different other things. you know, you have Forex too. Never really got into that, but just staying focused on one thing will get you where you need to go in the long term. Just become amazing at it. Just like amazing. And no, nobody's going to understand where you're coming from. Everyone's going to look at you like you're crazy, like you're a gambling addict. You know, they're going to doubt you. They're going to say it's not possible. But you got to realize these are just projections from inside of them. Like even if it's coming from the best place where they just want like a good life, people just won't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they've never done it. You go and talk to people who do this for a living, and they will tell you a completely different story. They'll tell you how to do it. They'll show you. They'll support you and believe in you. It's just about, you know, even if you can't find those type of people in real life, that's why I'm here, is to create something like the Patreon where all of these people can come together and support one another. Because without support, you're going to get burnt out. Or when you get burnt out, we all get burnt out. But when you get burnt out, it's going to take much longer to recover. And when you start making, you know, silly decisions, there's going to be no one there to hold you accountable. That's exactly why I made this little group. And it is little right now. And I love that it's little, because it has to be little. It has to start little. If there's so many people in it, it's like the value decreases, I believe, because not everybody can do this. Genuinely, not everybody can be trading on the same strategies. Not everybody can be following the same things. It just won't work. So there has to be like a slight edge when it comes to investing, trading, anything in the markets. And I think that edge comes with a community of people who are, like, instead of one brain looking for an edge, there's 10. And you guys all share and support and get rich together. You guys seen those family compounds online? Like, look up family compound on Google when you get the chance. And it's like a compound of like 8 houses side by side. And that's the goal. That's the goal, at least for me. I think that would be a pretty sweet time to have, you know, people who understand you and didn't doubt you along the way to be living there. Anyways, that's like, you know, into the future or whatever. But yeah, we have 6 people in here. Everyone say hi. I'm actually curious who's here. It's Crypto Billionaire 69 coming back at you guys with an overall market update. The Fear and Greed Index is at a 43. Actually curious to see the past of this baby. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Where is it? Where is the Fear and Greed Index? Okay. I hope to see some more fear in these markets. Coming up on election. And if we do, then after election, I believe we can expect a big pump. It doesn't... I know who I'm voting for, but I don't know if it really matters. You know, at a certain point in time, the market's just ready to reverse. It's so prime and ripe to do a certain move that pretty much nothing can stop it. So, yeah. You guys want to join up the Patreon? It's the first link in the description. I think it says like Crypto Billionaire 69 on it. You can click it and join up. Grow the community if you're of like mind. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I think that's it for the day. I hope everyone's doing good, and they're, you know, it's not your last day on this earth. Hope you guys are praying, and life is good. We got Christmas coming up, well, Halloween too. So, hey, that will be exciting. Let's make some money before then, so we can provide, as we shall. I love you guys. I'm gonna try to end this stream without it looking too crazy. How do I do it? I think I do it over here. Yeah.